So online students, am I audible? Every one of you. Online connected students, am I audible? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for confirmation. Just wait for 3 more minutes, then we can start. Okay. So you can use hand raise whenever you have a doubt. If you are clear, you can use thumb. Thumb up means you are clear. Raising hand means you have doubt. Okay. Someone who has raised hand. Just ఓకే విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఎట్ 6 o'clock షార్ప్. యాక్చువల్గా ఈరోజు సెషన్ ఒక 50 minutes అలాగే తీసుకుంటాను, డే 1 కాబట్టి. గోయింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ 1 hour ఉంటుంది, కాకపోతే ఈ టైమింగ్స్ ఒక 15 minutes ముందుకు అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీకు 6 o'clock కదా, 5:45 నుంచి 6:45 అలా ఉంటే బెటర్గా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే మళ్ళీ 7కి ఒక బ్యాచ్ ఉంటుంది, అందుకని. ఓకే. సో ఆన్లైన్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆల్సో the information we will share. Any new students here, apart from existing students? Any new students means just today is a first session for you in Harsha Trainings. Is there anyone like that online? Is anyone like that? Okay, NK. Anyone else like that? New students, you can respond on the chatting window here. You can use always chatting window to send messages. Okay, just let's go through it. We'll start in a minute. సో మీకు ఇప్పటి వరకు ఏమైంది? జావా, పైథాన్, ఓకే, కోర్ అండ్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ అయినాయా? ఓకే, యు ఆర్ విత్ యూఐ నౌ. ఓకే, మీలో ఎంతమందికి ఆల్రెడీ యూఐ వచ్చు? హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ నో హెచ్టిఎంఎల్, సిఎస్ఎస్, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్? లేదా ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ త్రీ? ఐ మీన్ లైక్ ఎనీ వన్ మీన్స్ మోస్ట్లీ యూ విల్ కమ్ టు నో ఓన్లీ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్. ఎంతమందికి వచ్చో ఆల్రెడీ మీకు? హ్యాండ్ రేస్ చేయండి. హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ అవేర్ ఆఫ్ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్? మీ నలుగురికి హెచ్టిఎంఎల్, సిఎస్ఎస్, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ అన్నీ వచ్చు. హెచ్టిఎంఎల్, సిఎస్ఎస్, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ రాదు. ఓకే, మీకేమి రాదు. బేసిక్స్ ఐడియా ఉంది, మీకేం తెలీదు. మీకు బేసిక్స్ ఐడియా ఉంది. ఇంకా మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు, మీరు అసలు ఈరోజే కొత్తగా వచ్చారా, ఇంత ముందు నుంచే ఉన్నారా? మీకు ఇది డే 1 సెషన్ హర్ష ట్రైనింగ్స్లో, లేకపోతే ఆల్రెడీ వేరే ఏదైనా కోర్స్? జావా స్టూడెంట్స్, అదే ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కాకుండా న్యూ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఓకే, సో విల్ స్టార్ట్ నౌ, every one of you. It is 6 o'clock. Today's session I am going to take it up to 6:50. 6:50, by 6:50 whatever is done there we will wind up. Okay. Thank you Satish. Let's go ahead now and look at what we are going to discuss today. Today we are going to talk about UI technologies. So you are going to begin your new course here that is related to UI technologies. UI means user interface. UI means what? User interface. Okay. See, generally user interface means, so today I am going to give you introduction and idea about HTML and other related UI technologies. Okay. So UI means user interface. What is exactly meant by user interface? Generally, you might be every day accessing different applications. What are the different applications generally you access every day in your day-to-day life? Let's say Google Pay application, Phone Pay application, and Amazon application, Flipkart application, sometimes Book My Show something, and travel ticket booking application. Okay, like this you might be accessing some some applications in your day-to-day life. Those are software applications. So in the software applications, whatever the screens that you see, that you are seeing, whatever the screens that you come across, suppose if you take Amazon application, this is called as screen. Amazon application home screen. So the screen is said to be user interface. The screen is said to be user interface. So this screen, whatever you are seeing now, it has been designed and developed by some developers. Actually, design is different, development is different. Design will be done by UI designers, development will be done by UI developers. So what is your role now that you are going to play here is UI development. UI development. Design means drawing. Design means before this real screen is being created, someone has to make a drawing using some tools, again some softwares. So drawing part is different, development part is different. You are here to learn about UI development. So how we can develop user interface, that is screens of software application. If you want to develop anything using software, definitely you may have to use some technologies, or you may have to use some tools or frameworks. I'll talk about frameworks or tools later. Let's stick to only technology. You definitely need some technologies if you want to develop any software product, or you at least need tools. So let's talk about technologies. If you want to work with developing user interface, okay, then you need technologies like HTML. Okay, give me 1 minute please. In the UI development, these are the primary technologies: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you have any frameworks or if you have any tools also, definitely those are mixing of these things only. So these are fundamental basic technologies which we use in order to develop user interface. In order to develop user interface. Okay, I'll tell you more details about user interface, about its fields, components, all that later. But as of now, let's go with a normal generic terminology. Okay, so if you want to develop user interface, you need three basic technologies, that HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Why we need three? Why not only one? What does these three will do? That's what we are going to further look at. So far everyone clear? ఒకసారి వీళ్ళకి డోర్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తుందా వీళ్ళది? ఆ రూమ్ డోర్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తుందా? బెటర్ కొంతసేపు ఆపమని చెప్పు. వీడియోనే కదా, ఆపమని చెప్పు. తర్వాత చేయొచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కదా. ఓకే, సో లెట్స్ గో now. So far everyone clear? Any doubts, any questions? Online students, any doubts or any questions so far? Are you clear, every one of you? Okay, so here you go now. So what is UI development? UI development, it is developing or creating screens of software applications, creating screens of software applications. That is called UI development. You are going to create some screens which we can access. So screens, why we need screens? Using screens, users can interact with the applications. Suppose if you are using phone pay, Google Pay, how you are interacting with the application? By visual user interface on. Suppose imagine that screen is not available. Is it possible for a common man to interact with application? It's generally not possible. You should be a techie guy to directly understand other things, right? So that's what user interface screens are pretty much needed in a software application, where using the screens, users means common people like us, anyone who is accessing application can interact with the applications. They can interact with applications. They can create a new account. Suppose if you go to Facebook, register on Facebook means you are creating your account on Facebook. You can log into Facebook application. Okay, you can post the messages, you can post images, you can do some of the other things on Facebook like this. So that is called you are interacting with the application. To interact with the application, even by non-technical, even by common people, citizens, UI is going to help them. Without user interface, it is very difficult to interact with any software product. That's how UI is important. Now, so what are the primary technologies? As I told you, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here, using HTML, what are we going to do? Using CSS, what are we going to do? Using JavaScript, what are we going to do? Those are the points we need to discuss. So now coming to what is HTML. HTML general abbreviation is hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. Actually, even though it says language, of course it is a language which is understandable to browser, which is understandable to web browser, you can say, or browser. Browser means this one. You are using Google Chrome, you're using Firefox, all these, right? These are said to be browsers. These are said to be, I'm sorry, where am I? Here. So if you open a window, Google Chrome window or something like that, that is said to be web browser, or simply you can say browser. Okay. So browsers can understand a language, that is HTML language. Though HTML is a language, it is not a programming language. So in a languages, we have programming languages, and HTML is not programming. Your Java, Python, these are programming languages. HTML is a markup language. That too, it is called as scripting. It is called as scripting. So what is the difference between language and scripting? Because you all know some basic someone. Can you tell me what is meant by scripting? HTML is script type of language. It is a scripting language. What is the difference? Can you tell me now? Some people who said, like, you know basics, right? Programming language, scripting language. What is the difference? Simple. You have experienced it, but you have not realized it. Script means it deals with tags. It deals with tag notation. If you find tags, means that is a scripting language. If you're not finding tags, if it is like an English language normal, okay, syntaxes, other syntaxes and all, that is called programming language. Okay, HTML is a scripting language. Scripting means the language can be implemented by using tags. By using what? Tags. Tag notation. Okay. Tag means, look at here now. Tag means it will be like this. Okay. Let's say, okay, a tag is going to have, I'm sorry. Okay. What is that? A tag is completely, if you have to say, open tag and close it tag. In between, you can do something. These tags only understandable to browser. Simply, if you type some English language, browser cannot understand. Whatever you wanted to show in the browser, okay, you have to define or create that as a tag. In between tags, we can write something. In between tags, we can write something. Here, if you find a backslash in the tab, then that is said to be closing tag. A tag without any slash is opening tag. So between opening tag and closing tag only, you're going to do something. This I will again tell you tomorrow, okay, in detail. Okay, so with an example. So HTML is hypertext markup language, and it is said to be a scripting language. Scripting means the language can be implemented or written by using tags. Tags looks like this with the angular braces. Open angular brace, tag name, and closed, I mean like closed angle. Simply saying in maths language, less than, name, tag name, and then greater than. Less than slash tag name greater than closing tag. Understand? That's a normal language that you know. So why we need HTML? That's what I'm telling from the beginning. Why we need HTML? In order to develop user interface. I'm using a terminology called component. Okay, components. We need HTML. We need HTML. So that's the purpose. Where we need HTML, where we use HTML. So HTML is being used. HTML is being used in software application development to create screens, or you can say to develop the screens. So many people say that design development. No, it's not design, it is only development. Remember, design is drawing. That is completely different. This is completely different. First, two designers will come into picture. They will create one drawing and give it to us. Exactly what is there in the drawing, we have to develop. Okay, understand? Drawing will not have any movement. Okay, development will have some moment. Okay, I'll talk about that. Okay, see, if you are going to develop application using user interface technologies, is HTML alone enough? Is HTML alone enough? Of course, using HTML, you can replicate this exactly what you see here. Everything you can create, but you see here, these colors you are seeing, yellow color, blue color. Okay, this is background full blue color. Okay, and yeah, whatever the colors you are seeing. Okay, the visual appearance of UI where you have maybe some animations are there, some colors are there. Okay, these things you cannot develop using HTML. If you want to add coloring, general language I'm using, general language I'm using. If you want to add coloring to your user interface, that coloring is generally in technical words it is called as skin. Okay, but I'm not using the technical terminology of skin and all. You know, right? Skin means okay. See, HTML programming language can give you user interface components without any coloring appearances. Without any coloring appearance. Just to add color, you need another technology along with it, which works along with HTML. That is in other language you can also call it as style. What you can call it as style. If you want to add styling to your web page, okay, then you need to depend on another technology called CSS. Stands for cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet. Just let me remove this here, I will place it somewhere else. Cascading style sheet. So cascading style sheet is also some sort of development technology. It is a technology used to style HTML elements and all. Actually, we call it as elements. Okay, I'm using the term component that we can go ahead and change it. Where is it? So technical word is, I'm sorry, I'm missing that. Okay, no problem. So we can go ahead and say HTML elements. Okay, the tags we can call it as elements also. Okay, and what is CSS cascade? CSS abbreviation is cascading style sheet. It is a technology used to style HTML elements. See, you can draw one. Generally, I'm saying in general, you can draw one picture. Okay, using pencil, you can draw one picture. But when you draw a picture using pencil, you can draw only a normal picture which is not going to attract anyone, which is not going to attract, not to attraction. But when you add colors, appropriate colors to your drawing, then definitely it is going to be making some attraction. In the same way, the applications that you develop, the applications that you are going to develop, first you need to develop the UI components. For each UI component or element, you should have to add some styling. Okay, so we are going to dress up. Dressing up is a kind of styling, right? So you need to add some styling nature. If you are going to give to web page, then that is going to be attractive. Okay, so if you want to design attractive user interface, what is mandatory along with HTML? CSS is important. CSS is used to style the UI elements. Okay, where we need CSS? Why we need CSS? In order to design, in order to what you call develop, in order to apply attraction to the UI elements. In order to apply attraction or styling, we say technical word styling to the UI elements, we need CSS, that is cascading style sheet. How to write cascading style sheet, all that I will tell you later. It is not something that we are going to discuss immediately. Okay, just I'm giving you what are the combination of technologies, basic technologies combination that you need to know or learn in order to develop UI. First one is HTML, which is used to add user interface components, those we call by using HTML elements. And after you add it, there are no colors. It is like on a white paper you have drawn with just a black pencil. Okay, now you want to add colors in order to make it more clear, attractive to the business users. That's what you call it as styles. You call it as style. If you want to style the user interface screens, then you need to combine HTML, combine HTML with another technology called cascading style sheets. In short, we call it as CSS. Where we need this CSS? In styling the UI. In styling the UI elements, we need this CSS. Every one of you, are you clear so far? Just I'm giving you an introduction and idea. Every one of you, are you clear so far? So about basic details about HTML and basic details about CSS. Everyone. Okay. Thank you so much. You respond. Every one of you can use chatting window and respond. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can unmute and ask me. Okay. From tomorrow, I'll take your attendance. Today, I'm not going to take your attendance. I'll do from tomorrow. So just an announcement to everyone, because everyone is available. Let me tell you clearly. From tomorrow onwards, timings will be just 15 minutes before the today's time. Today you have come here at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow onwards it is 5:45 to 6:45. We want to use 60 minutes strictly. If you want, I can open the meeting at 5:30, giving you time to ask me any doubts about the previous class. First 15 minutes. Apart from that, in the group, you will get the assistance, or you can ask the mentor, or you can anytime you can send me the screenshot. I'll give you my number later. Okay, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'll give you my number. If you have any doubts in development, you can ask me. No worries. Okay. But the thing is, 5:45 class. Today class is at what time? 6 o'clock. Around 50% of the student, not in the classroom, online especially, around at least 35% of the students, they have joined the meeting or came here after 6 o'clock. Okay. But if it is 6 o'clock, generally, class will start on dot 6 o'clock. There is no doubt about it. So tomorrow onwards, timings will be changed to 5:45. 5:45 to 6:45. What time class will begin? 5:45. 5:45 means 5:45 only. Okay. Online students, whoever is connecting, connect at least 5 minutes before and check your mic and speakers, you are able to hear me or not. If your class time is 5:45, I will open the meeting at 5:30 and wait for all of you. By 5:45 on dot, I am going to start the session. Are you able to understand what I am saying? My language speed, and it's not so speed, but are you able to understand and follow up with me? Every one of you, online students also, everyone. If you feel I am going in a faster pace, you can just tell me so that I can slow down. Okay. And also, I will use the basic English language to communicate with you. Okay. I'm not going to use any tough English words and all. I'm going to use basic English language to communicate with all of you, which you can easily understand. But if you have any problem anytime, you can just let me know openly, no issues. You can send me a message, you can call me, and you can tell me, no issues. Okay, clear everyone? Just let me check what is the message they have sent. Hidden while screen sharing, it is much clearer to us. Thank you. And okay. Okay. Something. Okay. Much clear. Okay. Thank you so much for your response. Okay. See, HTML and CSS. These two together can be used to develop UI and to style UI. Okay. So whatever the UI you have developed using HTML and whatever the UI that you have styled using HTML, using CSS are static. Are static. Static means what? Static means it cannot be changed, in a sense, not in the sense of coding. I can say it is just a stubborn. It's a stubborn. Stubborn ante? What is the meaning of that? No movement. No, there is no movement for it. It's like a paper diagram that you have drawn. Even though you have developed it, it's like a paper, something you have drawn on the paper. No movement will be there. In the sense, in simple language, no life. There is no life to what you have developed using HTML plus CSS. Life means, I will tell you. Look at here now. Okay, this is HTML, CSS, whatever you are seeing on the screen. HTML plus CSS. Okay, very good. You see something when I click on this one, it is scrolling. Scrolling means action is there. Action is there, movement is there means life is there, of course. Of course, it is not a like a human being. Movement is there means life is there. How do you get this movement to HTML? Suppose you just click on this buy again. Okay, click on buy again. It is going to show something here. Something has happened. The moment I click on buy again, the page has been loaded once again. Part of the page is loaded once again. It has shown something else here. Okay, and you can see business deals. When you click on business deals, you're seeing something else here loaded. So you are getting action. When I click on this HP laptop, it is clickable. It is clickable, right? Yes or no? It is clickable. And on click, something is happening again. On click. Generally, when you are going to register on Facebook, suppose for example, you enter all your details in the text fields, radio buttons, you choose drop downs, you choose. You click on a button called register. The moment you click on button register, something is going to happen, right? Let me show you that. For example, otherwise I can take Facebook login itself and show you. Generally, new incognito window, Google, Facebook login. Okay, suppose if I want to log into Facebook, I need to give user ID and password. I am giving some user ID and some password. Click on, it is clickable, right? Action. On click of login, it is going to show some message. What is the message it's going to show? Because you are pretty much clear that I have entered an invalid user ID. It is saying something. Some action has been done. How are you going to give action to the UI? The UI which you have developed has no life. You bring the life to it by adding some actions and by displaying something on action, by executing something on action. How you can bring it? Tell me now. You know it, right? What is that? You can achieve that by using another language called as JavaScript. JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is it's a technology, it's a language used to add what? Life. Life is general terminology. Other than that, okay, life, general terminology, and action to the UI. If you want to add live or action to the UI, what you need? You need JavaScript. Is only JavaScript available? No, there are so many other things available, but we are talking about the primary technologies, the very primary technologies we are talking about. Okay, but wherever you go, any UI development technologies that are available in the world, fundamentally they are built based on HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Maybe that will make you to go ahead and do it in a simple way. So it is a very traditional approach. It is a very traditional, fundamental traditional approach. Okay. And why we need JavaScript? Again, same thing, like to add action, and to process something, in background, we need this JavaScript. We need this Java, but it is not as extensive as your programming languages. Okay, it doesn't have the I mean, like the full capabilities as your programming language, but up to some extent it has its importance. Okay, it plays a key role in generating dynamic HTML. Dynamic HTML, I'll talk about it later, but just I am giving you one word. Okay, it is definitely going to play a key role, not like a full length of programming language. I mean, of course it has the capabilities, but it will not be used completely as a replacement to your programming languages like Java and Python. But up to some extent, what is the browser level? What is that? Browser level execution items can be implemented using JavaScript. What is this browser level means? Maybe you are getting wrong. If I say browser level, there is some other level also available. Yes or no? If I specifically say browser level means, okay, beyond browser level, something else is there. For that, you need to know about the three layers of software application, like UI layer, business logic layer, and database layer. That we will talk about it later. But browser level means what? This one. If anything that is going to happen on UI, anything that is going to happen on UI. I'm sorry. Here you go now. This one. Anything that is happening just on UI level, okay, that is just a browser level. Okay, there is something called server level. Browser means client. I'm not using technical terminology. Client. The terminology I'm not using. Browser level, server level. That I will tell you later what is server. I hope you might have got this information when you attend full stack demo, right? Did you get that? Do you know what is server level execution, client level execution? Otherwise I will tell you tomorrow. Okay, no problem, I'll tell you. If you do not know, I'll tell you. If you already know, no need to say, but I'll tell you, no worries. Okay, then where we use JavaScript, where we use JavaScript at a browser level development. I'm sorry, browser level development we use JavaScript. We use JavaScript. So JavaScript gets executed when browser is loading or when you do something on the browser. Okay. Just where do I write that here? Why we need JavaScript? Okay, here only I'll write. JavaScript gets executed, okay, when browser or you say screen is loading. Okay, that is one aspect. When we perform an action on screen, perform an action on screen. Another way we can say when we submit and navigate away from screen, navigate away from screen. That time also JavaScript in three scenarios. One is you opened a screen, you just typed amazon.in. The moment you type it, something loaded. On loading, you can execute this. You clicked on some item, then it can be executed. You submitted the screen and you are going to next screen. Then that time it is going to get executed. In all different phases, it can be executed. Okay. So here, see, if you want to develop UI, is it something like you have to use only HTML, CSS, JavaScript always? No, you can learn these technologies, have idea and hands-on these technologies. Additionally, to speed up your development, we can use some frameworks that are developed by some companies. What do you mean by framework? Framework. So far, everyone clear? Before we get into this framework thing, are you clear about HTML purpose, CSS purpose, and JavaScript purpose? Clear? Every one of you, right? Any doubts or any questions so far? Any doubts? Any questions so far? No questions. Good so far. Okay, thank you so much. See, what is meant by framework first of all? What is a framework? Any one of you, you can tell me. Framework means. So framework is a technology, or you say product. Framework is a product, even more better than product. That means it says obviously we are discussing about software. You need to understand, say, software product. Framework is a software product developed or implemented by using some technologies. See, like UI technologies have UI related frameworks. Business logic technologies also have Java, Python. Instead of using core languages, there are frameworks that are being developed by using those. You can use that frameworks also to develop something. So framework is a software product developed or implemented by using some technologies which makes makes the development, which I'll write down this, which accelerates the development. What do you mean by accelerating? speed up. Okay, you want me to write that? Otherwise, speed up, which speeds up the development. See, if you are going to use any framework, what they do, using core technologies, suppose you want to create a button. You want to create a button. What you will do? You will write button. Okay. You will have to do open tag. You'll have to do closed tag. Okay. And in between, what is the label of the button? Okay. What is the label of the button? Let's say register. This at least one line you are writing like this. You may have to implement some components for which you have to write a lot of coding, right? A lot of scripting instead of you write. So frameworks identifies the business needs. Frameworks identifies the business needs or developer needs. Frameworks identifies business or developer needs, that is frequently developed components in different applications. Suppose Amazon application has some sort of UI component. Similar component can also be available in Flipkart, right? Similar component can also be available in other applications, right? So the most being used, okay, most useful UI, because we are talking about UI, I'm telling in the UI point of view. Okay, UI components are ready-made available in frameworks. Are ready-made available in frameworks. Developers can developers can directly use the components of framework instead of writing the code from scratch. From the scratch you don't have to write. So there are certain frameworks available for user interface development. So what are the frameworks available for user interface development which can make or which can accelerate your development and all? Okay, so what are those frameworks? Do you know any frameworks? Tell me. React JS, Node.js, Express.js. Okay, these are frameworks. Suppose if you take Bootstrap, then what is it? It's a, what is it? Bootstrap is also some sort of framework only. That is only for Java now. No, no. Only for CSS. Only for CSS. Okay. So there are many frameworks available. We are going to learn React in our course. Okay. So front-end frameworks and libraries that are available, these are going to help you to build advanced and efficient UI components quickly. Quickly means that's what it accelerates your development. Suppose if you're doing it from the scratch, if it is taking half an hour, someone has already developed. Repeat frameworks. I'll tell you, Satish. Wait. See, frameworks means, let me repeat. Framework means, framework, suppose, just I'll tell you a general example. Okay. If you want a dress, there are two ways you can get a new dress. What are the two ways? First, go to a cloth store, buy a cloth, go to a tailor, get it stitched for you. It will take 1 week time for you to get a new dress, at least. Now, second approach. What is the second way? Go to a ready-made store, already stitched product will be available. Buy the dress, you can get it in a day maximum. Okay, if you're doing in 1 hour, if you're doing a day, then okay. So that's what you can get it so quickly, right? That's the point here. Framework, whatever you are developing from the scratch by writing the script from the scratch, someone has already done it, provided it as a component. You just need to import that component into your development, add that component directly into your development. So you don't have to write, suppose 10 lines of code is there, you don't have to write 10 lines of code, just within one line, over, done, your development speed will increase, right? That's what framework. Are you clear now? Someone who has asked about framework, are you clear? The person should respond. Satish, K Satish, are you clear? Are you there, Satish? Are you clear? You can respond to the message which you have sent. Because for you, because you asked. Okay, good, thank you so much. Here you go. Now So what are the frameworks available? React is purely a JavaScript library oriented framework where we can even develop HTML, but that HTML is not called as HTML. It is being called as JSX, but still the fundamental root for it is HTML only. The fundamental root for that is HTML that you are going to learn. Okay, in your course at the end, once HTML, CSS, JavaScript is over, if you are opted for React, definitely you will be attending React classes and you will be learning React. That time you realize that, oh, it is being done so easily. To develop this, I have spent almost 1 hour. It is being done here within just 10 minutes time, like that. You can just experience that. Okay, and you have Angular. Okay, it is a front end technology framework developed by whom? Google. React is being developed, I forgot to say, it is developed by Facebook. Okay, it is developed by Facebook. What are its features and all? I am not going to talk about. Just I want to give you names as of now. For a beginner, you need to know the name. I'll tell you its features and all when we come across that particular course. And here you go now. CSS related frameworks are Bootstrap. What is that? Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is going to help you to create the stylish UI just in seconds, just in whatever you want. You go to Bootstrap website, search here and there, you will get 5 to 6 components. Okay, choose the one whatever you want, take the class name and link it in your script. Okay, so but how to do it and all, not a question now, but something ready made available in the styling part, that I will take and add it into my website. I don't have to write so much of styling code. You know what, the toughest part is CSS only. Actually, the easiest part also CSS. CSS is toughest in a way that you cannot remember. Remembering part will be difficult, but somehow you do it. That's not a big deal. Do not try to remember CSS, okay, to the extensive level. Some core basic things will be there. Okay, you will come to know once you start learning that you can automatically remember. If you keep on practicing, no, you will get to know automatically remember everything. No one can remember in this world. Okay. Okay, here you go now. And jQuery. So if you are working with animations and document object model manipulations, jQuery is going to simplify the task. Like this, there are hundreds of frameworks, dedicated frameworks by company, which they use only inside their company. Also, many are available. Suppose if you are a software company, do not want to use any of these frameworks, you can create your own framework, use your own framework. So like this, hundreds of frameworks available in the UI development part. So we are going to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, React. These are the things you are going to learn during your course tenure of UI. Okay, everyone clear so far? Okay, so we have nine more minutes. Today I told you that at the very beginning I am going to take only 50 minutes for today. Tomorrow onwards, just I am giving you. Tomorrow onwards, 60 minutes I am going to take. The timings will be 5:45 to 6:45. Is it clear everyone? Comfortable? మీరు ఈ క్లాసులో ఉన్నారా? మీరు ఈ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నారా? కనెక్ట్ అయ్యారా? ఓకే, సింక్లోనే ఉన్నారా? అది మీ పనిలో మీరు ఉన్నారు అందుకని. ఓకే, సో 5:45 టు 6:45 PM. నేను మీటింగ్ ఎన్నింటికి ఓపెన్ చేస్తా? వాట్ టైమ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఓపెన్? By 5:30 I'll be opening meeting. Wait for you for 15 minutes in order to clarify any of your doubts. But remember one thing, while okay, I'm going to tell you anyhow this one later. While teaching HTML, I have my own style of teaching. I will teach HTML plus CSS combinedly. I'm going to go with HTML basic things for 3 to 4 days. I will tell you styling of HTML at 5th or 6th class once we start regular session. Okay, I mean a continuation, only in continuation. That time itself parallelly I will teach CSS. Learning HTML plus CSS parallelly is going to make it best understandable. Many people, they do it like HTML completely they will teach. Okay, and then they start CSS and they apply it. You do not feel it like a full-fledged learning. Actually, that's not the way to learn. At some point in time we have to learn it parallelly. Okay, because these both are just like body and soul. Okay, when you are learning, these are just like body and soul. You cannot actually separate and see HTML plus CSS. That's not going to give you anything. That's why we'll do like that. And also, if I take any topic, suppose if I have to tell you 10 points in the topic as per the technology, I'll teach only 5 points and leave it. Rest 5 points I'll take it after 10 days or after 15 days. I'm not sure when I'm going to take it. So I will not be teaching a topic completely in one single sitting. Okay, maybe topic is taking 5 days, 2 days concept today, 3 days concept maybe after some time whenever needed. Okay, so you'll be able to understand it slowly. Okay, because as a trainer I know where to stop something and where to again resume it. Okay, when to again resume it. So if there is a topic, if it is 1 hour topic, suppose for you as a beginner, teaching only 30 minutes content is enough at this level of knowledge. Remaining 30 minutes maybe it is linked to another concept which we are going to discuss in future. That time I'll bring it. That's how we will be working. You'll slowly get to know. Okay, no problem. So by 5:45 p.m. tomorrow onwards, everyone should be available in the class. Okay, my request is at least come here just 2 minutes before the class timings. You can relax first. Come here, sit, relax at least for 2 minutes, and then if you're going to be there from 0 onwards, it will be pretty much clear. If you come after 5 minutes, definitely you will lose next 15 minutes. Okay, as a result, sometimes 1 hour class you may not be able to understand. So the first thing, very first thing is punctuality, whether it is classroom student or online students. Tomorrow onwards I will take attendance. The students who have joined this training program as a new inquiry, some people have inquired for UI technology course, some people have inquired for Python full stack. And if you are opting for Python full stack, this is your first session about UI. If you're opting for Java full stack, this is the first session opting, I mean like starting with UI. So you guys have to message on this number, not the current students who have already enrolled in Harsha Trainings. Students who have inquired for any full stack course out of these two are only UI course. You need to write away message on Python full stack people, message here, Java full stack people, message here, or UI development, only UI development course if you want to take, message on this number, like WhatsApp on this number, mention your name and you have attended day 1 session of respective full stack or maybe UI technology. You can mention so that my team will share you further details. Understand clear? Tomorrow also same meeting link. Now coming here, so what you will be getting during this training program, whatever the document that I am writing now, it is called class running notes. So you'll be provided with class running notes, class running notes, which will have highlighted points. You'll be provided with a theory document. Theory document. Theory document means what? Whatever the topics that we discuss, everything that I am going to teach you here, tell you here, theoretical points, everything will be available there. Okay. Suppose A, B I have taught you. Difference between A, B. All differences I cannot write in the running notes, right? I can tell you. But the differences points in a tabular format will be available in the theory document. That is going to help you. And whatever the scripts that we write here, okay, script or program, whatever you call, okay, document also I will be sharing you. All separately you will be getting. When you are learning, you should start doing it from class running notes. Running notes, if you see, if you attend class, running notes, if you see, you will just get a revision of what is being done today. And then theory document, if you go through, complete understanding you will be getting. Then script or program document, if you go through what has been done today, you get an idea and start practicing. Apart from that, recorded video. What is that? Recording video. You'll be getting access to watch the video. This you can utilize if you have missed a session on a particular day. Okay, you can use it for doubts clarification at a particular point. You can use it for revision purpose or re-attending purpose. You can use it. Okay, so apart from this, interview question documents, interview Q&A. I'll do one thing. I'll draft interview questions probably and give you only questions. You can prepare answers from the video. Okay, that way your preparation for interviews will be over from day one itself. Understand? So interview questions document, that is topic wise, that is topic wise. Don't ask me to, I have the answers also, I can give you. But what happens, you will just read and remember. That's not the point. Suppose a topic is done, 10 questions are there on the topic, possible questions, general questions plus possible questions that you get in the interviews. If you after your practice is over, everything is over, you revise theory document plus video, you will get answers for all that. With that, your interview question and answer preparation will be over automatically. It will be over, you don't have to sit and read, blah, blah, blah. No need. Okay, automatically it will be over. Clear everyone? So that way you have to start for interview preparation from day one, that is tomorrow. Today is day 0. Okay, just an introduction point. Make sense? Clear everyone? Bro, నిద్ర వస్తుందా? ఇంత పెద్దగా చెప్తున్నా కదా నేను, అయినా నిద్ర వస్తుందా నీకు? Okay, clear, makes sense everyone. So today, as I told you, I am going to take only 50-minute session. Okay, so I'm going to close the meeting in next 1 minute. Again, I am repeating, tomorrow onwards class timings will be 5:45 p.m. on dot session will start. I'll open the meeting at 5:30. I'll wait for you for 15 minutes, and online students connect 5 minutes before. Same meeting link for tomorrow also. Classroom student, at least 2 minutes before you come down and sit here and relax. Online also, check your mic and speakers before you join before 5 minutes, and then we'll start 5:45 to 6:45 sharp. And if you have doubts, join 15 minutes before. That will maybe happen after 3 days, 4 days. You'll start getting doubts. Make sense? Clear everyone? Okay, I'll give you my number after 2 days. Okay. Now, as of now, it is not required. I'll give you. But if you want to talk to me, suppose the new join is, if you want to talk to me about your career guidance or something, okay, you can take my number. You can first WhatsApp me about what you are looking for, what you wanted to discuss with me. Suppose if you are new joinee or someone you want to have career guidance before you start up the course here, then you can send me a message in WhatsApp. My name is so and so, I'm looking for this guidance. I'll call you back and we can discuss. Okay, because sometimes I'll be in class. If you make a phone call to me, I'll not be able to pick your call. So continuously I'll be getting some calls, so maybe your call will go down. I may forget to call you back. That's the reason why I'm telling, leave a WhatsApp message. If you want career guidance, someone who is newly starting, then I can respond back to you on WhatsApp, and then I will schedule a call with you and talk to you and give you proper career guidance according to the market. Understand? Clear? Make sense? So Java options and all, I'm not going to tell now. You can talk to me for that. Okay. And you can even talk to admins. Java full stack people, admin number is this one. Python full stack admin number is this one. Okay. And this is my personal number. You can call me for career guidance or something. Okay. Make sense? So we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining everyone. 5:45 sharp. Please come down. Okay. And regular practice is must. That I'll tell you. No worries. You can wind up.